Wendy with a notebook, Wendy with a pen, digging through the dark where the secret's been. Questions fly like bullets, truth cuts deep in the shadows where nightmares creep. Watch them break it down, unveil the lies, under lurid skies where the danger hides. With fire in their veins and distrust in their eyes, Randy and Wendy taking you for a ride. Clues left scattered like whispers in the wind. Every page they turn closer to the end. No stone unturned.
Here was Beanie Politan.
Through the chaos they pave the way. Watch them break it down, unveil the lies, under lurid skies where the danger hides. The fire in the eyes. Randy and Wendy taking you for a ride.
You can't talk about the jury in a current case. You can't do that. You're putting the jurors' lives in danger.
Clues left scattered like whispers in the wind. Every page they turn closer to the end. No stone unturned, no mystery safe. Through the chaos they pave the way. Watch them break it down, unveil the lies, under lurid skies where the danger hides. The fire in their veins and distrust in their eyes. Randy and Wendy taking you for a ride. Late nights burn bright under the moon. Answers buried deep, they'll find them soon.
Here is the buffer zone
Glory on a darkened stage.
right here.
Randy and Wendy's
And if you are wearing a Karen Reed shirt or hat, you get arrested.
And that's wrong. And you could cause a mistrial.
Wow, that was perfect timing.
Hello.
Ooh. Hey, Chasing, Nunya, Rosebud. Hey, Debbie Doll. Freeside, Shamat. Nana Patty. Cool intro. Thank you. Wendy did a lot of the.
Intro. Yeah, we have a good intro though. It's awesome.
We do. Hey, Jeff. So, yeah. Well, I'm waiting on my picture to show up on my YouTube side.
Mine didn't the other day. I don't know if maybe YouTube's glitchy right now. I don't know.
My whole YouTube picture. It just, hey, Steady. Let's see. Hey, Carol Clark. So I was chilling, thinking about the Whitakers as I have been lately.
Yes, you have been.
Mm-hmm. And I came on a refresh. I'm probably going to regret it, but then I saw where Nancy Grace. I know. Shh.
Don't be waiting on Nancy. We love Nancy Grace.
I love her. Hey, Lucky Charm. It's been 2 years. 2 long years. Oh. A year ago, I was, I think it's been a year ago that I was at Sarah Boone.
Wow. It's been a year already?
Yeah.
Did you hear that Laura talked about us?
No.
Bless her. Laura did a stream and she talked about us to make sure that we know that she will never talk about us. I love
that.
I love when they do that.
Thank you for being
Because
a member for
we
17
mean nothing
months.
to her. We are dead to her.
Hey, Tawanda. You know what's funny is Laura has a pretty big channel. And let me just say, when a bigger channel talks about you and you get 0 subs off of it, that channel is done.
Yeah, it's a little bit dead. It's dead in the water, that poor channel.
And I don't like saying that about channels because you know me. I'm a full believer in
Well, she deserves every bit of that deadness. Sorry.
Comes around, goes around. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's come around and gone around for her. She's earned every bit of that deadness.
Yeah. Well,
anyway, I did a little video for her this morning. Did you guys watch it? Did you see my video.
I
But
have
anyway,
not watched it yet. Do you want to play it right quick before we get into Nancy
yeah,
talking
can you
about
play
the
it?
FBI? Yeah. Wait, I don't have to pull it in. What am I talking about?
No, I need you to because I can't
Okay.
because my hands are busy.
Ugh.
Don't me. Don't
Laura. Ugh.
It's a 16-minute clip. It's not even. No, I'm sorry, 16-second clip, not minute. Sorry. Sorry for the minor heart attack some of you might have just had.
Oh, do I need to go get it?
Yes,
Golly.
I just
I'm
asked you to
sorry.
get it.
Y'all, I was reading the chat and you know, did she read our poll even to know
I
that
don't-
she's voted
Yeah,
off the island?
right, no, but she's not doing well in the polls. A very overwhelming 80, more than 80 something percent of people are like, bye bye. Bye bye, bitch. Yeah, people are not interested in her staying.
Yeah, I think they want you to
But,
keep your word. I'm just saying.
she said that everyone's intimidated by her. Bless her. She's just doesn't
Yeah.
understand English. But she keeps complaining that we, don't talk about anything that she's done recently. We only talk about stuff that she's done years and years ago. And so I put a little clip together of some of her phrases from last night. So here you go.
Okay. Love the cover photo.
Of course, nice.
Never ever hang out with you in fucking real life. You're trash. You live like trash. You are fucking trash. You look like trash. Dude, you're not in my fucking league.
She said that about us.
I'm not sure if that part in particular was about us. That part might have been about Queen Bee, but I think the sentiment applies. She said that that we failed at true crime with you going on to the whatevers, to the trials and stuff, that you were a big failure at that. No, ma'am.
Oh.
Not true at all.
No.
We actually love it, and we'll go again this year. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you should get out and do something, Laura.
Yeah.
You could drive all the way to Mexico to have your stomach sucked and tucked. You can go to a trial.
Yeah, go do something. But yeah, no, she won't because she's
Pull out
lazy.
that 1972 leather jacket that you wore to meet Marissa and get on the case.
Yeah, but just so we're clear, she's never going to talk about us.
I'm not Granny's watching. I'm not intimidated by her because she lives very close to me. So, if something
She
happens,
says
something
that
happens.
often. She thinks that people are very intimidated by her. It's all words that I don't think she knows. She keeps
That's-
using words that she doesn't know the meaning of. Literally, nobody's intimidated by her. Nobody.
No, that's why real lifers go real life, to intimidate.
Right. Yeah. Nobody's intimidated or scared of you, Laura. And nobody's jealous of you. Just all the weird things. So to me, it's projection. Just like that clip, I named it projection because, all this trash. You live in trash. You look like trash. That's you, Laura. You live.
You want to kill your everything you fucking work for? Go around as a CPS caller. Watch how fast you lose everybody. Do not be known as a fucking CPS caller. You will destroy everything you work for. Just saying.
Yeah.
I mean,
There you go. I mean, really, don't even need to say more than that.
yeah.
You're trash. You've always been trash. You live in filth. Your house is a shithole. It's not even your house. You don't even own it. You destroyed your landlord's property because you're a pig. I mean, honestly, that's just what you are.
It did age like milk. It is.
But sure, keep telling other people that they're trash. That's you, boo. That's all you.
Hey, Charlie. Yeah. Yeah. I just do. I think that I remember one time she wanted me to meet her for lunch, and I was like, I would not be seen ever.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that either. She has begged me many times to be her friend. She'll never admit that out loud, but I've got DMs, Laura. I mean, I could show them if I have to, where she's wanted She's wanted to team up with either me or Diane. I mean, Diane even wrote a comment in the comment section
Mhm.
of the last video reminding me about that, where she wanted to be Diane's new co-host. Just all this, just stupid stuff. Because she's desperate and she knows. She knows that she doesn't have that nobody gives her any respect because she doesn't deserve any, frankly.
And I will say, Wendy V had a good stream today. I was in the middle of listening to it when my friend rudely called me. And then if I ignore the call, then she starts texting me and sending me voice clips. So answer the phone. I
It
know
wasn't
you're
me.
there.
It wasn't me. I didn't do that.
No, it's Summer.
Yeah.
It's you, Summer. It's you.
Yeah, I watched Wendy V stream this morning. It was really good. It was definitely really good. She put out some interesting video receipts about Laura, talking about Laura and her Adderall that she used to steal from her boyfriend's child.
I remember that.
Remember that?
Mhm.
And then she let it slip that she couldn't get it anymore. And one of the reasons that she couldn't get it anymore is because people wanted too much money for them. So what that tells me is you were trying to buy it off the street.
Good
So
grief.
so you were trying to buy your Adderall off the street and it got too expensive. So then you looked up, in her own words, how to fake symptoms to get your doctor to give you Adderall. And now she takes Adderall every day, 60 milligrams or something every day. And that's why, her mouth feels like it's the Sahara Desert. And she makes the most disgusting mouth noises. Because of that. And so Wendy V covered all that this morning. I thought it was very, very interesting. I was quite fascinated.
I missed. I have to go back because I did, and then when I do call my friend back, we talk for an hour and about nothing, absolutely nothing. It's raining. It's not supposed to rain, but it was a good conversation at the end. So,
Yeah.
but Adderall is for ADD, but if you are not ADD or ADHD, it gives the opposite effect. It gives you a energy, I guess.
Mhm. Yeah,
So
she used to take cocaine, and when she first tried Adderall, she said it reminded her of cocaine. But it's just interesting because she let it slip uh that they were charging too much for it on the street, or that people wanted too much for it, which tells me that you were trying to buy it illegally off the street, and that you used to steal it from a little 12-year-old kid who did need it.
Mm.
Whatever. But we're trash. We're trash.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
It's
us.
self rejection, Laura. You're trash, honey. You've always been trash. And that's the problem. I've never not thought of you as trash. And that's why you and I have never gotten along, ma'am.
Same.
All right.
Same.
Anyways, enough of her. But
Can't deal with her. All
yeah,
right, so
but
I have
check out Wendy V's video from this morning. I thought she did a great job.
Okay, so I have to present us, and we're gonna have to listen to her words because I'm afraid that Nancy will strike, and it won't be necessarily Nancy. It'll be her team of people like the Dr. Phil show. So there's gonna be a few clips that I will show y'all, but that because I want y'all to see who one conspiracy was that was doing the hand gestures and the movements,
Yeah. I think I
So
heard something about that, but I don't know exactly what it is. So can you explain that?
me and you talked about it. There was a man standing beside Charlie during the debate and never owned a firearm, but they are clearly at fault for oh goody. The vast majority of Democrats have never owned a firearm, but they are clearly at fault for a terrible act committed by an unaffiliated voter with no ties to left-wing groups from an NRA family. Check.
Where'd that come from?
Our chat.
Oh, okay.
Um, I don't know, Carrie. Okay, so anyway, the man's standing there, and it does look like he's doing baseball hand signals. But like I said, if you that's with it slowed down. If you see it regular, it just looks like a guy who may be scratching his nose or adjusting his ball cap.
Right.
So, Lord forbid you get a boogie or something and somebody's going to think you're plotting, in on it.
Does it seem to anybody else like we're trying to wish something into
Well,
existence?
now, see, I don't think the only conspiracy I think that is going on, if there is one, is I want to know why they are protecting the boyfriend.
Well, has the boyfriend been charged with anything? Has he done anything?
Absolutely not. No, but they do. The FBI has talked about it. So Cash Patel spoke on it, and hopefully she plays the
Conspiracy
clip.
theories are
Well, what do you
legit.
mean? What do you
Sorry.
mean protecting the boyfriend? What do you mean?
Okay, remember when we read the text messages? Clearly, the boyfriend's text. Here's what I think happened. I think that they set up a plan. The boyfriend. Okay, allegedly, my opinion only. The boyfriend and him set up a plan to do this, and clearly planned out text messages to make the boyfriend look innocent. The transgender one.
Yeah.
And because those text messages do not read like text messages whatsoever. And again, still no timestamps have been put out on the text messages.
No, but remember we talked about the text messages that there's 3 dots in between some of those messages, which
where they cut them out,
which make it look like some have been removed. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're not going to make sense to us.
Right, but here's what: if you're going to put out some, you got to put them all out. You're either going to let us in or you're not going to let us in. But if you're not going to let us in, then you need to tell us, hey, I'm not letting y'all in. Hey, there's a reason we didn't show y'all all the text messages. The boyfriend's family, though, are the ones who stood up and said, why are y'all not looking at our son?
Do they think their son has something to do with it?
Yes.
Okay, so why aren't they
radical? Their words, not mine. He's been radical for years.
Okay, so how do we know they're not looking at him?
They just maybe started. That's why I said the FBI is confirming some of the conspiracy theories. Because the conspiracy theory is they have not said one thing. Moderator, I agree with you 100%. I can't prove it, but that's whose boyfriend? The shooter's boyfriend. And I keep wanting to call him Tyler.
Yes.
Is it
the
Tyler?
The boyfriend is Lance.
No,
Tyler,
yeah,
the
Lance.
shooter.
Yeah, okay. Lance is the boyfriend that was at home.
Yeah.
And I'm not being disrespectful of his pronouns. He goes by he, him, and his name is Lance. Okay? I'm not disrespecting pronouns, not doing any of that. So I don't want to hear it. I ain't gonna hear it. Matter of fact. But I don't understand. I do not understand the text messages whatsoever. And I want to know why. I want to know why this man got assassinated and there hasn't been more said. Now, as far as him having an autopsy, I don't see why there would have had to have been an autopsy, Linda. They know what killed him. But maybe for the trajectory of the bullets, I don't know. Maybe that is why people want an autopsy or the bullet. But I don't know. And I don't know that it's came out for sure and said that there wasn't. And I heard there was, and then I heard there wasn't. So I don't know that there's any. I think the kid did it, but there's something behind it. But let's hear what Nancy says.
Breaking news tonight. The FBI says the Charlie Kirk conspiracy theories are legit. That's the first time we've ever heard that from the government. Think about it.
But you know who you heard it from? Randall. I'm just saying.
All right. Well, let's hear what she has to say.
Okay, I'm sorry. When me and Cash Patel are sitting side by side, y'all will be like, there's our Randall.
JFK, UFOs, it goes on and on and on. But tonight, Cash Patel says he is actually investigating the many, many conspiracy theories surrounding the murder of Charlie Kirk. This as the suspect's male lover is eyed. I'm Nancy Grace. This is Crime Stories. I want to thank you for being with us.
Nancy is a little into male lover. Calm it down, Nancy. You'll get me in trouble.
Less than 2 weeks ago, our country was robbed of one of the brightest lights of our times.
My husband, Charlie, he wanted to save young men, just like the one who took his life.
Kirk's wife,
I love
Erica,
her.
wowing the crowd and sending a message like no other. This as Cash Patel, the director of the FBI, is literally chasing down conspiracy theories. Listen.
FBI Director Patel now investigating conspiracy theories about Charlie Kirk's murder. Patel was able to dismiss a theory a pilot was involved because they turned off their transponder moments after the shooting, but says others could be credible. They include theories about accomplices, authenticity of the text conversation between Robinson
Thank you so much, Perplex CPS, for the super chat. You have a great
and his roommate, the bullet's trajectory, and even why Kirk, who normally wears black, was clad in white that day.
Okay, that's goofy. He did wear white sometimes. Come on.
You know, I've never heard the government even acknowledge conspiracy theories, much less state that they will be investigated. With me, an all-star panel to make sense of what we are learning tonight in the Charlie Kirk shooting. Straight out to Victoria Churchill joining us from Washington, U.S. political reporter, dailymail.com. Victoria, what is Patel saying?
I think Director Patel is saying that he wants to explore everything and anything connected to this, but this should come as no surprise because Patel considered Kirk a close friend, a ally in the MAGA movement and the greater conservative movement. But I also do want to point out that Director Patel and the FBI as a whole maybe have not necessarily been at the forefront of this investigation, despite what they have said, because of course, Robinson was turned in by his own father. There was, I believe...
Hold on, little lady. Whoa. They had the suspect in custody.
I love when Nancy gets mad at her producers. Put her up! Put her up!
I know.
She gets all mad.
Yeah, like, calm down, Nance. You know, it's just...
I'm mad at her poor little producer. Put her up! Put her up! I love it.
Like, I really think if you go up there with her, you must sign a release form to not talk back. You know,
everybody knows what they're getting into if they get up there. They all know.
Yeah, I wouldn't make it. I would not make it.
Custody within 33 hours. Take a look at your crime stats. That rarely happens. So, you know, a lot was made, Victoria Churchill, of the...
Well, you know, you don't like it, Nancy. It rarely happens, but when you got the shooter's family saying, hey, that's my kid, it's going to happen. Give credit where credit's due.
Arrest of two individuals, one claiming, I did it. Of course, they arrested him. He was cleared. Then another. So explain to me your reasoning.
So the first individual is somebody who I have heard from people that have actually been active in Utah politics, conservative politics in particular in Utah, that this is somebody that is a known agitator. And so I think there was no surprise that...
I'm going to share this picture. This was him. This is why I think something's going on. Because this was him He see the food in his hand. He went to Dairy Queen after he shot Charlie.
Who did?
Tyler.
Tyler did. Oh. How?
I guess he walked. It was only 15 minutes from the college.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I agree, but she got a Candace Owens got the picture. Somebody sent it to her.
That he
Wow.
was there, but he also went in for questioning. But again, this is somebody that didn't like conservatives, so maybe he wanted to claim for some crazy reason. I don't know why he would want to do this, but he possibly wanted to claim responsibility for this. But again, Robinson was turned in by his own father, so at least at this point, we don't know how close the FBI would have been to finding him if he was not submitted by his own father to the authorities.
I got to tell you, I don't think they would have been very close if the family hadn't stepped in.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing that that was a pretty big break.
And the reason I think that is because another theory is they AI'd the actual picture that they put out, which I just don't see why they would do that. Hey Brenda.
Hey Brenda.
Because
you,
to me, the picture that they were showing did not look like him.
Did they say that they ran it through facial recognizing software?
I don't know.
Okay.
Randy, I can explain a few things about the text stuff I learned when taking classes and experience if you want when you're done with this part. Okay.
Guys,
we love
conspiracy theories, as they are being called, are now being taken as legitimate avenues of investigation, starting with a lot of hand signals. Listen.
Eagle-eyed internet sleuths zeroed in on the behavior.
Okay,
hand signals.
I can show this. Here's the hand signals, Wendell.
Okay. Oh, can you make that any bigger? Here we go. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. And what exactly are the hand signals? What am I looking at?
All right. You're gonna see the man. Oh, wrong one. Okay.
Listen.
Eagle-eyed internet sleuths zeroed in on the behavior of Kirk's attendants just before he was shot. A man standing 6 feet from Kirk in a white shirt and white baseball cap is seen recording the debate on his phone. Seconds before the shot, that man tips his cap, then wipes his nose. A second man in a black shirt glances at the man as he adjusts his white cap, then touches his right arm before folding his arms. Many theorize the hand signals were indications to the shooter.
Okay.
All right, Nancy, I'm going to have to show you for a minute.
That was investigated.
We
found. Listen.
If you watch his memorial, this guy was at the memorial. He was with Charlie.
The man in the white hat was giving signals to the shooter. Yeah, the man in the white hat was me, okay? I did this with my hat. Maybe I touched my nose or something while I'm holding my phone because I'm FaceTiming my son and daughter-in-law. Charlie Kirk was literally like a son to me. I have 3 sons. He was like my 4th son. My 3 sons are a little bit older than Charlie. He was like my 4th son. So when he was hit, if your son got hit, what would you do? What would you do? Charlie wasn't there. His eyes were fixed. He wasn't looking at me. He was looking past me right into eternity. He was with Jesus already.
That is from our friends over at Cross Examined, the podcast. And speaking is Frank Turek. Let's see that video again. He is the guy wearing the hat who is making hand signals.
Okay, so that's one conspiracy theory that they could debunk. And I'm glad they did because I never thought that his own team betrayed him. I just didn't. Not the close team.
Just before Kirk is murdered. Just before. And you see the other guy in the blue, navy, or black t-shirt, he's making movements as well. So, straight out to Franz Borghardt joining us. founder of Borghardt Law Firm, former prosecutor, professor at Louisiana State University. Franz, thank you for being with us. You know what? So one theory shot down pretty quickly, and that bodes ill for the others, but they've got to be investigated. Have you ever had a crazy theory pop up in the middle of a trial or during trial prep? For instance, like a false confession. You have to chase it down.
So as a defense attorney, I love crazy theories, Nancy, because it creates chaos and it gives me something to work with, especially in cases where
As a armchair defense attorney, or excuse me, I'm a prosecutor, same. And I don't know what that is, Barry. So no, I'm sorry.
it's an open and shut like this one. We know who shot Kurt. We
That
know
sounds
we got the
unsettling.
right guy, right? And we can claim that these individuals behind him are making hand gestures, doing the Macarena, whatever. But conspiracy doesn't change the facts. And yeah, you're absolutely right. They have to vet it. They have to investigate it. I just don't like the head of the FBI making tweets about it because, again, it's giving fuel
Oh, wait, put him up.
to the absurd.
Okay, wait, let me understand this.
Put him up.
What are you mad about, Nancy?
She's grumpy.
She is.
She's cranky girl.
Franz Borghardt doesn't like the director of the FBI's tweets. Oh, okay, you and about half the nation. Do you think he cares that Franz Borghardt or anybody doesn't like his tweets? What's wrong with his tweets? He's just putting it out there. We're used to so
I
much
don't-
secrecy within the government. So what's your problem?
He can tweet all he wants. The problem is, does he have an active knowledge of the investigation? And if he doesn't, his tweets create defenses. So as someone in the criminal justice system, I only want people making informational exchanges that have active fingers on the pulse of the investigation. And heaven forbid, he's just making a tweet about conspiracies and he doesn't really have
Franz.
it. And look, the head of agencies don't always
Franz.
have their fingers on the pulse.
Franz,
Because people are putting their boot on him because they want answers about these fake text messages, allegedly, and why the boyfriend has sat back and we don't know anything. And because Charlie Kirk was a public figure, therefore that's why people deserve to know.
we don't know what he knows or doesn't know. Okay. He may know. I'm willing to guess he knows more about the Kirk investigation than we do. However, cardinal rule number 1 from the elected district attorney who I worked for, who was, I believe, the greatest elected district attorney in the country, served 37 years, the longest at that time. Don't speak to the press. It's not that the press are a multi-headed hydra. It's that you commit yourself to a theory, you put it out there, and that could change. You only hurt your case. So from me and you to Patel, shut your pie hole right now. These leads may, in fact, be legitimate. We don't know that yet, but this hand signal thing, that was all BS, technical legal term. Okay, let's move on to the next one, and it has to do with the trajectory angle. Listen.
Online sleuths are also hung up on the bullet's trajectory since clear video of the shooting is still widely available online. Many believe Kirk was wearing a bulletproof vest, and the bullet fractured against the vest, sending a fragment into his neck.
No.
Others believe the shot ricocheted off the Turning Point banner behind him, and what was caught on camera was the bullet exiting from the front of his neck.
No.
In an emotional tribute at his memorial, Erica Kirk said doctors told her if Charlie had been shot in an operating room, it wouldn't have made a difference, claiming Kirk was gone instantaneously.
That's how it seemed to me too.
Hi, guys. Nancy.
Yeah, I think I
felt
told
the
you.
same way when I saw it.
Yeah. Hey, Christy, I think I told you on the phone. I said, if he makes it, we have just witnessed a miracle.
Yeah, no, I could tell right away that there was no way he was coming out from that.
Yeah. And I think what people are saying, I'm no expert, of course. I mean, I think I am, but I'm not. I don't know if he was wearing a bulletproof vest. I don't think he was.
I heard that he was. I don't have any, reason to doubt that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he was, but you can see if you watch slowly, the bullet scrapes his t-shirt. It just happens really fast and goes into his neck.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just a $2,000 scope.
Yeah, I mean, it was
In my
definitely
opinion.
it was a good shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, Grace here. The Fed has finally dropped interest rates, and that's great news. Call American financing. Interest rates have dropped. Many homeowners are seeing American
All
finance
right, Nancy, work on stew meat. Okay. Thank you.
a month. If you get control of 888-0 Nancy, proof vest. There's no evidence of that at all. But regarding the wearing Flash Nancy, and good luck. Now, can we talk about this? Kirk wearing a bulletproof vest. There's no evidence of that at all. But regarding the exit wound, we stated at the get-go, too. Joe Scott Morgan joining us, professor of forensics, Jacksonville State University, author of Blood Beneath My Feet on Amazon, star of a hit podcast series, Body Bags with Joe Scott Morgan. For my purposes, a death investigator with over 1,000 death scenes under his belt, all sorts, accidental, natural causes, undetermined, suicide, and of course, homicide.
I think, let me interject here. One of the reasons they're looking at this is because Candace Owens kind of had a hissy. They did go straight into the crime scene and start taking down cameras. But he said, he talked to her and he said, I did that because so I could immediately give the tape, to the people who needed it. And she demanded to watch it because she was trying to say that he was shot from behind. And he wasn't. I mean,
Who
obviously.
was? Candace Owens?
Yeah.
I mean,
or she had heard he was.
Is it rude of me to be like, I don't know. Why are we not letting the investigators do the investigating?
I'm on
Why
it.
are we letting people like Candace Owens come in and be like, I demand this, this, and this, answer these questions? Like, does that not seem weird?
No, I'll tell you, but you know why it's not weird? It's weird to us, but it's not weird. It's not weird to me because I can be petty. Candace is what she's doing she's not going to be able to see what she's doing. What she's doing is being petty because when someone dies, like literally, we have someone on here not too long ago that put out a post about a friend of mine who passed away, and and that they weren't friends, they didn't know each other, and your first instinct is to say, you're lying, y'all weren't friends, you were, and the man who put out the tweet about Charlie had been coming down on Charlie. So, and wanting Charlie to not talk about Israel.
Okay.
Or not, maybe I'm phrasing it wrong. He wanted him to be more supportive of what's going on in Israel.
With Candace?
Her and Charlie were friends and she stepped in. Charlie had confided in Candace what was going on. Hey, he tried to push me into doing this. He offered me a lot of money to donate it to Turning Point USA, and Charlie turned it down.
Okay, but does it not seem weird? Oh, okay, never mind. All right.
I understand what I don't like is it's too soon.
For what? What are you talking about? Too soon for what?
Like what? Well, what do you think is weird about what Candace is doing?
I feel like somehow she feels like she's entitled to get information that is part of an investigation. Like it's doesn't that seem odd to anybody?
What I think is odd about it is only coming from a friend aspect. Her and Charlie were close friends. And so then I'm going to go ahead and assume that she's friends with Erica. And for Erica's benefit, I would pipe down. I would hush and let everybody do their job. Because because look, Cash Patel's not going to listen to Randy in Tennessee and listen to my conspiracy theories and check them out. But someone influential like Candace Owens, who can cause a stir, now we got him looking at conspiracy theories, who may take away from him doing the job he needs to be doing. I mean, like, why he had to look into a hand gesture? Come on.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems odd to me.
Look into you need to look into those dadgum text messages because they're fake, allegedly, and look into Lance. Don't let one get away when two are guilty. Don't do that.
Joe Scott, day one, we knew or had surmised there was no exit wound. There's no conspiracy to that.
No, there's not. And if that is the idea here, just follow my logic. You're going to have to get the surgeon who attended him at the emergency room at the hospital where he was evacuated to, and you're also going to have to get the state medical examiner's office, the forensic pathologist that was involved in this case, to get on board also relative to all of this. What we're hearing right now is that this is a single gunshot wound to the neck, and that the round was actually found beneath the skin. I don't know why this is such a mystery. I don't know why people say that this is an empirical impossibility. Nancy, I've handled a lot of gunshot wounds involving high velocity rounds where the bullet does not completely exit the body. It just doesn't happen every single time. So everybody out there,
Well, hold on,
who's
Joe Scott.
grandpappy,
I would say the majority of homicide cases I have investigated or prosecuted have at least one bullet still in the body. So I don't understand the uproar about the fact that his bullet lodged in his neck. First of all, how could it have lodged in the neck? For me, it's SOP, standard operating procedure, that at least one bullet stays in the body. And I'm glad. I mean, if you can make a silver lining out of a murder, I'm glad the bullet was retrieved from the body, because the next thing we would know would be a conspiracy theory that that's not the real bullet you found on the ground. That's not it.
Yeah,
she's not wrong. But if there had been an exit wound, it would have, I think, but when there's not one, it does more damage. Did you know that? And I guess the conspiracy behind that is they're saying that the gun he used would have had an exit wound.
Even if it's fragmented, if you have the base of the round, you can take that base of the round and do the testing based upon the rifle that they did in fact recover. And look, if it doesn't match up, fine and good. Go look for another rifle out there. But if the rifling on this round that was recovered at autopsy, which would have been at the Utah State Medical Examiner's office, which, let me reinforce again, is a fine organization and are now being accused by people online as being part of a grander conspiracy. If that round was recovered at autopsy, it'll be compared ballistically. It'll be compared either at the state crime lab in Utah, or it'll be compared at Quantico with the FBI's resources that they have there. We still don't even have an autopsy report yet. Let me tell you another bit of reporting that'll come out. Also, there will be surgical notes. So if people have questions about this random surgeon that was on duty, he will write up a report based upon what he saw in his examination of Charlie Kirk at that moment, immediately after this had happened. He will talk about this in great detail. Those records will be with the state medical examiner. They would have reviewed them. They will give their own opinion about this. And I can tell you there was more than one forensic pathologist in that room while his examination would have been done. There would have been multiple eyes on this case.
Joining us shortly, a ballistics expert to show us and explain to us all about the weapon, the Mauser that was used to kill Charlie Kirk, and the bizarre engravings on the bullet, and exactly how this shot could have gone down without a conspiracy, a group of people helping the shooter. Is it rational? Don't know. We'll hear from Cole Lormore in just one moment. But first, to Dr. Bethany Marshall, renowned psychoanalyst, joining us out of the Beverly Hills.
I think that there's so many conspiracy theorists out there that are thinking he didn't shoot, and I believe he did. 100%.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't feel like we have any evidence to the contrary of that.
No. I mean, you see him on the roof, you see him coming down from the roof, you see him,
Jurisdiction, author of Deal Breaker. You can see her now on Peacock, and you can find her at drbethanymarshall.com. Dr. Bethany, here's the deal. Yes, some of these theories are falling through. I'm curious, why can't they just accept the truth? Why does there have to be a conspiracy? When Joe Scott and I went to the scene in Texas where JFK was shot, and I examined it for myself and I reviewed the video, I'd always thought that's just a bunch of hogwash conspiracy. But when I saw JFK's head go forward from a shot, then backwards from another shot, I will tell you, it stopped me in my tracks. Also, can we think about Gabby Petito for one moment? If it had not been for an online sleuth, Red, Blue, and Methane, I believe was their name, who had been following Gabby's disappearance online, and they saw her white Ford Transit parked in dispersed camping, which is in the middle.
Okay, well, Nancy, pick a lane. She either wants online sleuths or she doesn't. Randy, what about the trajectory not matching his injury? I think it 100% did match his injury.
of nowhere, not a porta potty, not a water hookup. No,
I'm not. There is no way that anybody will convince me that kid didn't fire that shot. But there's also it's going to be very hard to convince me that Lance wasn't around. They need to take something's up. Something's up.
lights, nothing out there with the coyotes and the critters. They saw that by happenstance, and they solved the case, the mystery as to where her remains were. So before we poo-poo conspiracy theorists, let's keep that in mind. But my question to you, Dr. Bethany, is why can't people, for instance, as Joe Scott was saying, accept the bullet did not exit his neck? Bam! What's with the conspiracy theories?
And one of those conspiracies about why the bullet did not exit his neck is that he was out there to save people. And even in death, he saved people by blocking the bullet from the people behind him. So we could go on and on. You know, Nancy, conspiracy theorists.
I don't think that's really conspiracy theory. That's more of an observation.
Okay.
By the bullet not exiting.
Look out. Listen. Why would that aggravate her, Wendy?
Because that's her job. Her job is to be aggravated on this show. It just is. That's part of why we watch her.
That's true.
His neck, it potentially may have saved a bystander from getting shot. That's just what 2 plus 2 equals 4.
The idea was that he had
I'm talking about all the other zany theories. Like a plane was supposed to take off with the killer. There's a whole group of supporters helping the shooter. I mean, the theories are really spinning out, and Patel has to track down everyone. So explain to me the mindset of a conspiracy theorist. Next, you're going to be telling me that's not his body in the coffin.
A conspiracy theorist believes that if there's a big event, there's a big cause.
Oh, let me address the chat. Well, Wendy, have you saw anything about the girl who was found up body parts in the Tesla? And there's a rapper. His name's David, but it's D4VD. And
a tiny bit, yes.
Well, the reason they're listening to people online is because she had let people know online. I don't know how long she had been missing, but I think it had been a while. She was 13 years old when she went missing. So that's crazy. And it just happened to be his car. So that's going to be an interesting case.
That some crazy guy was.
Even though, I have failed at going to court cases, we're going to have some good ones coming up.
You're such a failure, Randy.
I am. Loser.
On the top of a roof and shot this guy because he was full of hatred. They also turn correlation into causation. Like if two things seem remotely similar, there's definitely a causation between the two. They take random events and they try to form a pattern out of them, even if there's no pattern at all. The only pattern I see here, Nancy, is somebody who was very hateful, who wanted to take out Charlie Kirk. That is the only pattern. We have patterns in forensic science, in psychology.
Hey, Bethany, I'm listening to what you're saying, but I want you to look at your monitor because this is a perfect example. It looks totally weird, right? Look at that. That looks like a baseball umpire. The one in the black, the dark shirt as well. And, I get where they're coming from. It was totally unconnected to the shooting, but taking one or two facts and cobbling them together and coming up with a theory.
I hope so, Brenda.
Why do people do that? Is it their need for the truth?
Pause for a second. Okay, but here's the problem. I feel like this has been wrapped up nice and neat with a little bow. He's admitted it. We have all kinds of evidence against him. We've got all kinds of stuff. We could lock this kid up tomorrow and be done. And yet somehow that's not good enough for people.
Wendy, I don't think it would be good enough for me.
But why not?
Because I want to see those text messages then. The real text messages. I don't think he acted alone. I think the boyfriend knew, and I think he should be held accountable. And more than likely, there's other people that knew too. Maybe I'm hoping they're investigating that.
Okay.
You really seriously think about it, that he's sitting there carving bullets beside Lance, and Lance is not like, hey, what you doing?
I don't know. I feel like in this day and age, people are looking for reasons to be bothered. And maybe there's more information out there. Maybe there is. And if there is, I'm sure we'll see it. I don't think the FBI or anybody else is obligated to tell us every single bit of this case, especially if it could jeopardize him getting a fair trial. We'll see the text messages at trial, I'm sure. Like, what if it jeopardizes the case for us to get every piece of information? We're not entitled to that.
I feel like we are entitled to that.
Why do you think so?
I think that if you give somebody a breadcrumb, you got to give them the whole loaf.
But what if it jeopardizes the case?
Then why put out any of the text messages at
all? Because they want us to know they've got the guy, the right guy.
Okay, but here's what though. If the FBI tells me we've got the right guy, I believe them. Why would I not believe them?
I don't know. You don't seem to believe them. So you tell me.
Right. But then they come out with these text messages as receipts. So no, I don't. Whenever you put out text messages that's been redacted and changed, that don't sound at all like they're having a conversation. He's using words like, they're case in the area. He's 22 years old. Come on. No, I don't. I don't think that's real. And I do think we deserve to know. She talked to a guy who said another guy in camo with a gun. See, I don't believe that. I think they've got the right guy. But I think there's more to it. And I think that he's going to go down alone. And then, so we're still going to have somebody out here that's a dangerous person.
Maybe. We don't know that yet.
Allegedly, possibly. Yes. Possibly.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay.
Reliable, that the patterns of this earth are reliable and there's an explanation for everything, but they find the explanation in linking things together that are they're unlinkable. You can't link somebody with a nervous tick. This guy with the arms on his shirt,
You're reminding me, dare I
Nancy.
say it, of a very, very old piece of poetry by Thomas Hardy, as I recall. It's called HAP, H-A-P, which is short for happenstance, where Hardy opines, I'd rather there be some evil minion god, small g, that wishes ill on me, that's making me suffer, as opposed to thinking, this is all just by happenstance. Just happened. I think our minds want to make sense of something that just happened because it doesn't fit in the order of our lives.
But Nancy, this is a part of our survival mechanism. If we did not know where a predator was, we would be more likely to be killed or eaten. But if we knew where the predator was, then we could save ourselves. Like say our ancestors, if they're running through the forest, they're running from a bear, but they don't know where the bear is hiding, there's a greater likelihood that they will be killed. So now in our modern day society, in the face of the unknown, we have much greater anxiety. I'm thinking about people who get ghosted or canceled, or somebody doesn't return the call. That is much scarier for them than if like a new date just called and said, hey, I'm not that into you. We all want certainty in our world.
I am filing a criminal information charging Tyler James Robinson, age 22, with a following.
I think that summed it up. We want certainty in the world. And I think I have a need for that.
But doesn't it feels, I understand. I have that need as well. I think that's a normal human emotion and a normal human need for all of us that have that. My question though is, it feels like to me that that's unattainable for some people. Like no matter what they put out, there's always more. They want something different. They want something more. Something doesn't make sense to them. So they insist they're being lied to. Like we don't trust anything that we're being told anyway. Clearly. Like that is the bigger issue. We don't even trust the people that are telling us this information.
I want to trust them. I have a respect for Kash Patel. I do. Maybe he's not behind. Maybe he's just looking further into it. He was friends with Charlie, so I'm not putting the blame on him. I just want to know why they were so redacted, why they sounded so odd, and who wrote them. Because I just can't see. I wrapped it in a towel and I left it here, and then but then we see nowhere in his text message did he say, then I went and got I almost said McFlurry, but it seems like they have a photo of him.
Well, because some of that stuff has been redacted, and maybe that's in the redacted messages, and they didn't feel the need to say that to the public because it's not part of the initial, what's it called, the indictment. All they needed was the evidence to get this man behind bars, to hold him. Dairy Queen isn't part of that, so they cut that part out. Like, it's harmless.
I don't think, but I don't think it is harmless whenever you get to the time. If those text messages where he was still at the crime scene had a time on them, then we would at least be able to do a timeline of when he was texting Lance, hey, I'm standing here, I want to go back and get the gun, but I can't. What time did he write that? And then what time was he eating eating ice cream at Dairy Queen? Because they know that's a 15-minute walk or drive. I'm sorry, drive.
Do they have like proof that he was there or something? They have a receipt or have him on camera or something?
I have him on camera.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's your timeline right there.
But that's not my timeline because we don't have a timeline because we don't know what time he texted.
But someone knows. We don't know yet, but someone knows where that fits on the timeline, right?
Yeah, I want to know.
Right.
And I want to know. If I can't know, I can accept that, but I want to know why I can't know. And I don't understand why they wouldn't come out and say, hey, there's certain things we can't tell you because they've not done that. And that we know for certain they've done that before. Look at Delphi.
Don't you think they just assume that we understand that? I mean, I understand that.
No, I don't know. When Delphi was going on, no one knew how the girls were killed up until the trial because they kept that under wraps. They come out and said, we're not releasing anything. But you have these people who release text messages. So no, I don't. I disagree.
Okay. All right.
I feel like if you're going to release some text messages, release them all or release none.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying.
Count one,
I just disagree.
aggravated murder, a capital offense for intentionally or knowingly causing the death of Charlie Kirk under circumstances that created a great risk of death to others. Count two, felony discharge of a firearm causing serious bodily injury, a first-degree felony.
Hi, guys. Crimes to help not now on more. And join us.
That young man. I forgive him. I forgive him because it was what Christ did and is what Charlie would do. The answer to hate is not hate.
That from our friends at Turning Point, that is Erica Kirk forgiving her husband's killer. She's stronger than me. That's just all I can say. Now, Trump has a very different opinion and is calling for the death penalty. That is a whole nother can of worms. Joining us right now, a special guest, former Army sniper, ballistics expert, Koa Larimore. Koa, thank you for being with us. As you know, conspiracy theories are swirling, many of them involving the shooter and the shot specifically.
Oh,
saying
there's
that the
sniper on here. Hey, look, let me show you his picture. Y'all, this is look how young he looks.
Who is that?
That's the sniper that she's about to interview about the shot. No, little man, you get back in there in your jammies.
Wow, he does look young.
Yes.
Jeez.
That's the sniper.
Linda, you're not wrong, Linda. I don't think you're wrong at all about that. I think the bigger conspiracy is keeping us wrapped up in this conspiracy, honestly.
See, Jim thinks there is no files. He said, why would he be so stupid as to make files? Do we know for sure there are files?
I don't know. I'm more convinced about them being them existing than any of this other crap we're talking about today. Sorry.
Wait,
I'm
so
more
you don't-
convinced that I'm more
I don't
convinced
think-
there's Epstein files than I am that there's redacted text messages that are going to blow this thing wide open.
Oh no! Say this is okay. The good conversation we're about to have because. All right, you think a man who pretty much ran from what I understand, I'm not well educated in the Epstein thing. I never really got into it. I know that he unalived himself with what was it, toilet tissue? I don't know.
I don't believe that for a second, but yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But
I think he was taken out. I don't think he killed himself at all.
Yeah, same. But he ran a whole if I'm wrong, correct me, educate me on it. He ran how do you say this? A underage ring.
Yeah.
For perverts to come in, right?
Yes.
And you think that he made a file?
I think they have evidence that we have not seen yet, and those are in files. I don't know what he personally had, but I'm sure that there are things that exist out there that we've not seen yet. Names that have not been released quite yet. Donald Trump in particular is very bothered about that list. He does not want those files released.
I think they should be released. And I'll tell y'all right now, there is one person that if he is on that list, it's going to break my soul, and that's Tom Hanks.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people are on that list.
Yeah. But I think what people need to remember, some people went there, it was also like a vacation spot. So not everybody went there for the shady stuff, kind of like with Diddy.
Right.
So,
I kind of think that as well. Just because they're knew him does not necessarily mean that they participated in all of the extra
right
things. Yeah.
Yeah. But I do.
But I think there's a lot of focus on this right now when I think, I feel like it's look over here. There's something going on over here. So then, pay no attention to that, Epstein files behind the curtain.
Well, Kash Patel just was in front and he was answering for that stuff. He was in front of who's in front of y'all? I just watched it not too long ago. And they were asking him a lot of questions about the Epstein files. And of course, what did he say? I don't remember what he said. I don't want to misquote because I don't want to sound like I'm defending anything to do with the Epstein files. I think I don't care if you are the president of the United States. If you are there and you are doing bad things, then you need to pay in a bad way.
Agree.
Yeah. So I want him to be treated just
like anybody else would.
Yes. I want the stars, the rich, the famous to be treated just like we would be treated if it was us.
Right.
So I don't disagree, but I do think, but this is new. It just happened. Charlie was out there, and I maybe they did it on purpose. Maybe they hid the text messages so we would go down this rabbit hole and forget about the Epstein files.
That's what I'm saying. That there's a lot of look over here. I don't know. That's a whole other conspiracy.
So do you two agree that those text messages are shady?
Here's what I think about the text messages. I believe that those 3 dots, which no one else is talking about, so I don't know if they just haven't noticed it or if no one's just, acknowledged it. I don't know. But those 3 dots that we kept seeing in between certain messages show me that there are pieces missing, because that's what an ellipses is. It is, dot, dot, dot. It's the yada, yada, yada. They're leaving some stuff out and we're going to the next point. I believe that was done intentionally. I don't presume to know the reason why. Maybe because it's information they're holding on to smoke out another participant. Maybe it's information for the trial. Maybe it's worthless information that nobody needs to have right now because they needed enough for the indictment and that's all they needed right then. So that's what they put out. I don't know. I can't. How would I know? I don't know. But I think there's a lot of jumping up and down and a lot of finger pointing with with nonsense.
Oh, I don't
Some
see.
of it
I
seems,
just don't
some of
think it's
it,
nonsense. I think they
the
one. I think
hand gestures, and that looks, it's nonsense. You got
I
people
agree
out
with
here
that.
doubting his own team.
I
Are
agree.
you
I
kidding me?
agree that the hand gestures are nonsense.
That's
I
what. So that's what I'm talking about.
yeah,
Nonsense.
yeah. Yeah, but you know the people who, I have to be word this correctly, but there are certain people that wanted it to be his team, and they wanted that to be
Yes.
hand gestures. So
Everybody has an agenda,
yes,
and very seldom does it seem to be to find the truth.
right, and that's what I want. I want just release the truth.
But the problem
And
is we don't believe the people telling us the stuff anyway.
I would believe if they come out and said, you know what, we gave Lance complete immunity, I would be like, well, that makes sense. Yes, Band-Aid.
I mean, unless is Lance going to offer something to earn that immunity, or is he just going to sit there and say nothing?
I mean, so far he said, what bullets?
Right. Like, I mean, if he's going to get immunity, he needs to offer something up.
Yeah.
Otherwise, forget it. If they've got stuff on Lance, he should be taken in too.
That's all I'm yelling. I'm yelling it from my bedroom. But see, I don't know that, Charlie. I think that is Candace's theory and what she wants it to be, because she is against Israel. I don't think that's the case, but I think there's a reason they're protecting Lance, and I want to know why. And if I come up missing, y'all find out why.
All right. Well, when they show the indictment and there's ellipses there, we'll understand that there's redacted information.
Yes.
Is impossible for someone that is not a sharpshooter like yourself. First of all, let's just start with A and get to Z. Explain to me the shot, as you understand it, that killed Charlie Kirk.
The shot is very doable. Charlie Kirk was in a vulnerable position at the bottom of a fishbowl, right? The shooter had an elevated position where he could see pretty much anything. The distance also 160 yards. So at the end of the day, with a couple range sessions, that's not that far and very doable.
With a couple of what sessions?
Range. So like going to the range a couple of times, it's very, very doable shot.
You know what? I'm glad you said that. Hold on, Koa. Chris McDonough joining me, director of Cold Case Foundation, former homicide detective, star of The Interview Room on YouTube. Chris, they better be tracking down every firing range within a 10, 20-mile radius to see if they can get the shooter on cam.
Yeah, no question about it, Nancy. And, this investigation obviously is still very fluid. It's got two prongs to it.
His family went hunting. If you go, you hunt a deer and you use a scope, you can make that shot. We don't even know if that's what he was aiming for. He could have been aiming for the chest and he hit the neck. Come on.
First one is from the State Bureau of Investigation there in Utah, and they're under the umbrella of what they call SIAC, Statewide Information and Analysis Center. Those are the guys that are chasing most of these conspiracy theories, et cetera. And then the second lane here is the FBI. And what the FBI's done is they brought in their evidence teams, and they're going to do a laser trajectory analysis, and they're going to match that up to what Koa's talking here, if whether or not the shooter could have actually shot from that position. It's a no-brainer. I agree with Doc Morgan and as well as Koa.
And, to Franz Borghardt joining us, veteran trial lawyer, former prosecutor, founder of Borghardt's law firm. Franz, you're right in that every one of these conspiracies that are being spun out is fodder for the defense. Okay. All these claims that the shot was impossible, that the perp in custody couldn't have done it.
I agree with that. I don't think they need to be saying that he couldn't make the shot when he could absolutely make the shot. That's not the theory that I'm talking about. I think that's a stupid theory that people want to believe because they want to believe it's an inside job. I believe that they need to look at the other guy too, though.
Just more fuel for the flame, and some good defense attorney is going to make hay with.
I didn't say he was against Israel. I said Candace is.
That.
So where there's smoke, there's fire, Nancy, and sometimes there's smoke screens. And the more chaos a defense attorney can play with, the more opportunity there is for reasonable doubt, or in this case, possibly getting a juror to say, hey, I think he did it, but I don't want to put him to death. So all of this stuff is just fuel for what is otherwise seemingly an open and shut case against this person.
Says you. You know, we thought that about O.J. Simpson too, and Robert Blake, and Tot Mom Casey Anthony. We always think open and shut. Well, it ain't.
Hey, ma'am. Hey, you take that back about Robert Blake. We don't know.
Stop it. Yes, we do.
No, we don't, Wendy.
Yes, we do. Randy.
That's so sad. I think I'm the only person that mourned when he died.
Oh, girly. All right, hit play. Go.
All right. If you see me that I wrote on his YouTube page, yes, that's me. Okay?
Oh,
yes.
no.
All right.
No. God. Randy's canceled. Here we go.
Legal term. You know what? Let's get away from flights of fancy and old English literature and back to Koa Lormore joining us. Okay, so you're saying the shot is possible with a few practices at the range. What else can you tell me about the weapon that we believe?
The deer stand where you're up in the tree and you shoot down to the deer, and plenty of deer have been shot at 200 feet. Thank you. Look, I'm not even a sniper, and I know that. Okay.
Was used. Next thing we're going to hear, it's not that weapon. It was somebody else's weapon that hasn't been recovered. Tell me about the weapon.
Yes, Nancy. So it was a bolt action rifle, right? Bolt action meaning you have to chamber around physically every time you press the trigger. Now, these rifles are very accurate, and using that weapon, you can achieve very accurate fire at longer distances than 160 yards.
Okay, here's my question right there. You said this weapon is very accurate as compared to what's not accurate? A Daisy B shotgun for a 12-year-old? What do you mean? This one is accurate. What about all the others? How is this one different?
So the difference between his and others, right? He had the advantage of having also a scope on it, right? This is going to magnify his target, and it's going to make it a lot easier to shoot. It'll be a clearer picture. It'll zoom it in. It's just going to make it overall.
When you say zoom it in, give me an example. Like if I look through that at an ant 100 feet away, what would it look like? Would I be able to see its little bitty insect eyes? How close are we talking?
It's like having it in a magnifying glass. So if you were to zoom it in on an ant, right, depending on the magnification, whether that's 8 times to 20 times, it could be the size of a human.
So, Koa, you're a sharpshooter.
I don't know about an ant, but I do know about a bumblebee. Don't ask me how. I'm just saying it can be done.
But could a regular person make this shot?
Yes, I believe a regular person can make the shot.
I've got a lot of questions. First of all, when we say a 30-06, we're referring to the bullet. What do you know about the bullet?
It's a 30-06. It travels at about 2,900 feet per second. It also is used in Middle America for big game hunting, deer, elk, hogs, so on and so forth.
What do you make of claims the bullet could not have lodged in Charlie Kirk's neck?
I think definitely anything is possible. I think why people are saying that is just because it's uncommon. This round normally goes through people.
Why? I don't get it. Why that bullet typically goes through and others don't?
It's a larger round moving at a faster speed. That's why it's used for hunting big game.
Koa, as you know, conspiracy theories are spinning out as we speak tonight. Next thing you know, we're going to hear the DNA, as in the O.J. Simpson case, was planted. So explain to me, in the real world, not flights of fancy, where you would expect to find DNA on the weapon, on the bullets, on the casings, anywhere, and show me how the DNA would have been left.
So starting off with the weapon, I definitely would expect to find DNA first and foremost on the trigger, right? Also right where I'm holding my hand, on the grip of the stock. Also, when you're chambering around, DNA is on there as well. And then finally, you're going to put your cheek on the stock. So saliva and stuff is going to go on here while you're breathing. Your face is on it. DNA. This is definitely going to be a DNA point as well.
Well, how are you getting spit on the gun? What, Koa?
So you're breathing when you're taking your shot, right? So your mouth is going to be open, right? And could be found.
He didn't have a mask on? We don't know that. Do we know that?
That's explaining a lot.
No, we don't know that. We don't know about that part, but we know that there's DNA on the towel because it was so hot that day and he was sweating.
Yeah.
What about the bullets?
So there's definitely going to be DNA.
I ain't gonna lie to you, my mind went to a completely different place when they said they found his DNA on the towel. Just saying.
You dirty birdie.
Yes. Like, couldn't he have got a clean towel? Yeah.
You dirty birdie.
Yes, ma'am.
On there as well. While loading the rounds, right? You have to load them into the chamber, the magazine. So you're definitely going to have DNA on the bullets as well, unless you're extremely careful using gloves.
Speaking of the bullets, Koa, Laura Moore, evidence suggests that the killer engraved the bullets. That's another question for the shrink. What lonely dude is sitting at home engraving bullets? But that said,
that doesn't make him lonely, Nancy. That makes him angry.
Next to his roommate who says nothing about it.
Yeah, his roommates are just all looking in the air like, what? Who? What? I don't think your Fruit Loops are going to the top, sir.
What you doing over there? Diamond paint? No. No. That's not what I'm doing.
You crocheting a nice blanket?
Nope. Not doing that either.
How in the heck do you engrave bullets, Koa?
So it's very easy, Nancy. First of all, I assume take some kind of Dremel tool right here, and that spins this drill bit.
Show some of this.
I know that.
What?
About a Dremel.
Well, yeah, but you should like show some of it. Like
I am.
Yeah.
Quit. I'm trying to. So here's how he engraved it for the people who thought he got his pocket knife out. No. And they make much smaller Dremels, by the way.
A Dremel tool right here, and that spins this drill bit and allows you to carve into the side of the casing or bullet.
How long would that take? I mean, you have to have pinpoint precision to engrave a bullet. How do you do that? Have you ever seen it done?
It's actually pretty quick. It's like writing with a marker, basically. Your handwriting might not be the best, but the message will get across.
Have you ever seen it done, Koa?
I've never seen anyone in my line of work engrave on their bullets, no.
Because you're normal, okay? You're not hunched over an engraving desk down in the basement of mommy's house with a light hanging over your...
Nancy, he was in his own house.
And engraving a bullet. So I'm trying to figure out what more evidence I can get. Now that you've shown me that tool, I wonder if one of those is going to be found in his home that he shared with his alleged male lover. The allegations of him being a furry, don't care. I care about what. Hold up that tool again. What did you call it?
This is a Dremel, Nancy.
But Dremel is actually a.
You know, they released some gaming footage of Tyler, and his username was something, I love furries, or it had something to do with that. So
yeah.
He actually was into that furry thing.
Yeah.
Which doesn't
a lot of gamers are, and some furry stuff can be fun. I'm not talking about the perverted stuff. I'm talking about, the costumes. It's like cosplay. They make the costumes and they're very, very intricate and cool. I mean, cool. I'm using cool, fast and loose, but you know what I'm saying. Like they put a lot of effort into them. Some of them, little costumes and stuff. They're really kind of neat.
They even been selling engravers on TikTok. Yeah, you can buy them easy.
Listen, I do my own nails, and I have one of those little Dremel things.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're very $25 on Amazon. You can probably even get them cheaper than that. It's just a nail Dremel.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
If you get one on Temu, you can get it cheaper.
Yeah.
I had one. I got rid of it though. Mine was shitty.
Yeah, well, that's why I don't buy it on Temu. But
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Point. Never mind.
Then I only had to buy it. I only had to buy it once if I get it on Amazon. So, trying to skip that whole middle step of having to buy it again.
Let's say Randy I can see you. Let me look and see if I see the question. I'm having to use my phone. The guy who saw him on the roof before the shot, running and laying and running away, the only video of it, called the FBI cop and they never contacted him. Oh. I wondered why he didn't say anything. That makes sense.
A brand name like a McDonald's or a Xerox copy. What is the actual tool called?
It's a rotary grinder.
A rotary grinder. Okay, don't move. Joe Scott Morgan wants in. Jump in, Joe Scott.
I mean,
yeah,
not
I was.
necessarily. Could also be a nail Dremel.
Yes. When I'm going to go, okay, no, I'm not either. No, I'm not.
Well done by Coda. He described this down to a T relative to DNA deposition. Two things here. First off, this weapon is it's a Mauser 98. That means it has an internal mag, which means it's not external, where you see external magazines. So the perpetrator would have had to have loaded this internally, where you're pushing the rounds down. Point of contact would probably be the thumb over and over and over again until he gets the internal magazine topped off. Now, back to the Dremel tool. What's going to come into play here, Nancy, is they're going to reach out probably to their question document section, I would imagine, within the FBI. They're going to get samples of this guy's handwriting, and they will try to compare it. They'll try to compare it to what was left behind on the casings themselves, on that soft metal casing where he would have engraved at that point in time. And yeah, I know that it's kind of a long shot, but there are just certain things, what are referred to as neuromuscular responses between our eyes and our writing, that you can't change. There will be features there that will be identifiable relative to his handwriting.
Cole Larmore, I know you heard all that Joe Scott just said.
You know, you're really going into a lot of prosecution stuff when he's confessed.
I mean, right? Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Which was a lot of information. You are a former Army sniper. You can make this shot.
He is 15 years old. He did not need to be up there sniping people.
You say a regular person could make the shot. How long did you train? What does that mean to be an Army sniper?
First off, Army sniper school is 5 weeks long. Also,
what? You mean I could be a sniper in only 5 weeks?
Oh no! Oh no!
What?
Randy wants to go to sniper school. Go fund me.
Yes, please.
Send Randy to sniper school.
Man, how cool would that be? Who shot Bin Laden? Me.
I've trained for 2 years to become an Army sniper. And then you have follow-on schools, which I competed in the international sniper competition. And also,
it's a 5-week course. That's
never mind. That's where I was thinking. No, never mind.
He just said it was 5 weeks.
Yeah, that's where you lost me, pal. Plus, if I had to run during basic training, well, they send me home.
Participated in Army Mountain Rifleman course. So that's the Army's Mountain Sniper School.
The messages also refer to engraving bullets and a mention of a scope and the rifle being unique. Messages from the contact, Tyler, also mentioned that he had changed outfits. Investigators noted inscriptions that had been engraved on casings found with the rifle. Inscriptions on a fired casing read, "Notices bulges, capital OWO, what's this, question mark." Inscriptions on the 3 unfired casings read, "Hey fascist, exclamation point, catch, exclamation point." Up arrow symbol, right arrow and symbol, and 3 down arrow symbols. A second unfired casing read, "Oh Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Chow Chow." And a third unfired casing read, "If you read this, you are gay, LMAO."
Robinson's neighbors speculating about the suspect since he was arrested. Robinson and his roommate were known recluses, rarely seen leaving their home except for work and school, and virtually never entertaining visitors. However, neighbors noticed an unusual amount of traffic on their street in the weeks leading up to the shooting, and they did not recognize any of the cars, many of them marked with out-of-state plates.
It's called routine evidence, not that it's typical routine, but evidence of someone's routine. These two, the shooting suspect and a roommate, alleged furry, were recluses. To Victoria Churchill.
Nancy, I don't like your tone, Nancy. There's no need to say it like that, ma'am.
It's okay to be a furry, just not one that likes to shoot people.
She's so disgusted.
She is.
Alleged furry and his shenanigans.
See, that's what I've heard, groiper language. I've heard that said too, but I don't want people coming for me. Don't come for me.
What are you talking about? Said what?
That some of the stuff engraved was groiper language.
Yeah, because it's troll. It's like troll language, right?
Well, yeah, but groypers are, as we know, like
they're trolls, aren't they?
no,
I thought that's what that meant.
no.
Okay, what does it mean then?
Well, mostly they're white supremacists.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're not trolls?
No, just the one on YouTube is a troll.
Okay, gotcha.
He's a
All right.
groyper and a troll.
Gotcha.
So you don't remember the time I had him on panel because I thought his real name was Groyper. I thought that was his name.
Oh.
And then somebody said Google Groyper, and I kicked him off panel and haven't spoken to him since.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't fuck with Groyper.
No. She is kind of shaming the furry community. Yeah. I mean, I have nothing against.
There's no need for that, ma'am.
No.
We don't need to be attacking the furries. They're innocent.
Right. Just that one, he allegedly may not be, in my opinion.
Joining us, political reporter, dailymail.com, joining us out of DC. Is this true? They rarely had people in their home. That was very unusual for them. But yet, leading up to the time of the shooting, it was like a parking lot. So many cars outside their home. Neighbors had never seen that before, Victoria.
This is kind of, I think, what Erica Kirk, his widow, was talking about at the memorial on Sunday, that there is an epidemic of men who are lonely and need to find a purpose and a calling and a community. And, it seems like these two outside of each other did not have much of that. And, this is a reason why community, and I mean, just outside of this case, this is something that gets talked about a lot by conservatives, is to change the politics, you have to change the culture.
Is it just me, or did she not answer the damn question?
I feel like they never do. Very rarely do they actually answer the question she asks.
Nancy, I hope you tear into this one.
In our culture, there's a lot of a lack of, so-called third spaces where people aren't at home, aren't at work, or aren't at school and aren't at home. Community gathering and finding like-minded individuals, I think, is something that plagues, Generation Z, Generation Alpha, even some millennials, particularly men, who may not necessarily be more social. I think women tend to be a little bit more social. And so, it's not surprising that these two, and particularly Robinson, who is, at least right now, the shooter in this case, that he did not have a community, did not have a group of support to make sure and have.
What did you mean by that? At least right now is the shooter. Do you think somebody else is the shooter?
Well, this is the evidence that we are going off of right now, as is the FBI and as is everyone else.
Nancy, she works at the Daily Mail. What do you think she thinks?
Well, you're right about that. Dr. Bethany Marshall, that was a mouthful, all of which everything Victoria Churchill said is true. Now, I got to take what she said and use it in a murder case. Help me out.
Well, what I would hear in terms of a murder case is that their primary attachments were online. So if you want to gather behavioral evidence, you're going to look at their online activity. Somebody who writes on a bullet about getting a bulge and then a meme for a smiley face after that. Again, I would think about that being sexually motivated. I know they were a part of the furry community, which was all online in this case, in which pornography and pretending to be half man, half creature
Look
go
around.
together.
Are you at Windsor Castle? I'm not. We're not having high tea with Camilla right now. The bullet.
I have no idea what that meant. No idea, Nancy. What did that mean, girl?
That went over the head, Nance.
You lost me. You lost me at Camilla.
That reminds me, I do need some honey, though.
It was engraved about, and that's what this wackadoodle, not to suggest he's legally insane, he's thinking about he's engraving a bullet about his.
About his what? Is she finishing the sentences?
Erection is what they're cutting out. She's saying his erection.
Oh,
but
okay.
That is not the way I took it. I took that to mean that they were transgender and had a bulge.
Oh.
That's the way I took it. I didn't take it sexual at all.
Yeah, I don't remember anything leading me to that direction either. So
yeah, I don't think that it was sexually charged at all. Y'all are too far.
Yeah, you're guessing.
Yeah, dang it.
I've heard a lot of anti-furry nonsense.
Yeah,
y'all need to settle down with that.
Yeah. Golly.
The bullets he intends to use to murder Charlie Kirk. Now, I'm not a shrink, but that means something. What?
I think it means that the aggression and the dominance over another male and the notoriety that it would bring about exciting to him. Aggression and
No.
sex go together, often for men who are criminals. We see
Okay, so they're bleeping it out, saying that he got an erection from killing Charlie Kirk.
Wow.
Basically. And you know,
we're just saying that. We're just gonna say it, and it's totally fine to just say that. Wow.
yeah, too far. I don't think that. I don't know that. I don't know. I'm not even comfortable. He's 22 years old. It just,
Yeah.
to me,
that's
he should
you.
have been playing with Legos. That's just my opinion. Like,
Right.
stop it.
this with serial killers. We see this with sadistic rapists. We see this with they try to control the victim, have power over the victim, and it is exciting to them. I would think that the motivation for this crime, while many people, conspiracy theorists, you, I, everybody, we would want to think it's
Yeah, me too. Thank you, next. And it's good to see you. How's the baby?
Hey, thank you, next.
politically motivated, like there would be something meaningful or reasonable, or at least some type of a motivation we could understand. I think of this again as being more sexually motivated, that the aggression and the violence made him feel like a man. And that's why he put it on the bullet that went in his big old phallic symbol, the gun.
Oh my God.
Okay, I've got a question for you.
Ma'am, it
You're
sounds like
saying
maybe
that
you
to
have
get
an
motive,
issue.
we're going to have to look at everything
I
online.
don't want to hear anybody else saying bad things about my conspiracy theories, because what?
This chick is just making this up. There's not been a shred of evidence to support anything she just said.
No. She is great. Just turned 1. Great to see you both. Oh, you're so blessed. I bet she's
What,
beautiful.
turned 1 already? Oh my goodness. Boy, that went fast.
It does go fast.
Line because he basically had no interaction with anyone.
You know, my little Skeeter's going to be 4 in November.
Ridiculous. That is uncalled for. He needs to knock that off right now.
And you know what he said the other day? Timber cooked him. Did I tell you this already? Timber cooked him a big breakfast, and he didn't eat it. And him and Sissy got in the car, and he said, "I want a biscuit, Mama," because you know he wanted to stop at the store and get a biscuit.
Uh-huh.
And she said, "I cooked you breakfast this morning, so no, I'm not. You didn't eat it, and I'm not buying a biscuit." He said, "You burned it."
Oh no!
I was like, "Uh-oh, square up, square up."
Them fighting words.
When did you get big enough to even call your mama out?
Yeah,
Dang.
I have a problem with mama's cooking.
Yeah.
You're too young for that, sir.
Yep. And he's at the age where I got him some goldfish, and Sissy went, "Wow." And Skeet said, "What else you got?"
What else you got?
I'm like, "Well, I got some cookies, but I'm a little embarrassed."
What else you got?
What else you got?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
One, except for his alleged male lover. So
Yes.
that's what we're looking at. How does his fantasy life regarding furries fit into his out-of-body experiences?
What?
Well, I think with furries, there are many aspects of the furry community, but one aspect is called ERP, which is erotic role play, in which one dresses up as a furry or as an animal. Other people tell them what to do, and they create vignettes in which they interact with each other. Now, I don't know if he was a voyeur or doing this online, but this
Not as weird
tells
as
me
you
that
think.
Do what?
I said it's not as weird as you think.
Well, I mean, people do that are not furries. Role play.
Yes, true.
Yeah.
It's called having an imagination.
Yeah. Jim never knows what he's walking into. But it's not. But with me having the menopause, it's not going to be a hot ass animal costume.
That's right. I'm going to be a polar bear, bitch.
I know. Hey, Brian, good to see you.
in a fantasy world, that there is a lot of role play going on. Now, furries also have personalities, or they wear fursuits. So they dress up as people.
She said personality. She did.
Personalities. I love that. That's adorable.
And we're stealing it. Johnny.
Personalities. I think it's not. I think it's a thing. I don't think we can even steal it. It's
Oh,
already
it
a thing.
is? Oh, okay. I didn't know it was a
Yeah,
thing.
they have personalities. That's what they're called. So cute. It's adorable.
Well, they are
Bethany,
not.
it's not just furries this guy's interested in. It's not just his alleged male lover. It's really crossing the line. Listen to one site in which he's interested.
Robinson's porn history surfaces. Robinson earned an award on Steam for frequently playing Furry Shades of Gay, a collection.
Wow. Look, Tyler, I want to have your back on this, but if you're going to be weird, I got nothing for you, man.
And guess who will not be monetized for this?
What is it? Furry Shades of Grey? Is that what they just called it?
Yes, and I want to Google it, but I'm scared.
It's
I don't
out.
want to
It's
go
based
on
off
the
of 50 Shades of Grey, of course.
yes, which is
Furry Shades of Grey. I love that.
if let me just say, if you own 50 Shades of Grey, all three of the movies, and don't let your son sign into your streaming account because then
He will judge you.
he will judge you.
Of choose your own adventure sex scenes between humanoid animal characters. On furaffinity.com, Robinson follows Red Rusker, a controversial artist who published cub porn between a clearly adult character and an 8-year-old possum. Robinson is friends with a user who posts pornographic cartoons of women with grossly oversized bellies, sometimes having eaten their partner whole.
Oh my God.
Okay, can you explain that to me? It's one
Okay,
thing
well,
to be a furry. It's another thing to watch furry porn with an 8-year-old possum, which is
An
clearly an 8-year-old boy.
cub? Why are you trying to make it weird, Nancy?
Right, because the 8-year-old possum is a grown ass possum.
That's a grown possum, okay?
Yeah.
Oh my
It does.
God.
If you're all right, thank you. Next, this just keeps getting better and better. I'm squirming. I'm squirming in my seat.
Personalities. I'm still at personalities. That's so cute. All right.
And it's stuck in my head as a song. She's got
Personalities. Oh, me too. Me too. I'm sitting here singing the song.
You know, Nancy, because these furry characters are avatars of Tyler. Okay, they're his avatar.
To Chris McDonough joining us, homicide detective, star of the interview room. You know, the neighbors are stating that the
Oh, that's right. We're
alleged
talking about a homicide. Maybe I should try and get away from this furry weirdo and let's talk about something else.
Right. You know, Chris Madonna is sitting there like, what have I got myself into?
Of course, you got to have me on the furry section.
Yeah.
Oh, get out of here. I'm talking about homicide or not.
Just hang up, Chris. Hang up.
thronged with vehicles, which is very uncharacteristic. These two were recluses. You went to the scene. Somebody's got to have door cam, which means the feds are going to have video of everybody outside that home. Let's see a shot of the home that McDonough took.
Yeah, Nancy.
Hold on. I'm going to pull that in. That's a very nice home.
Yes.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're going to have not only hopefully some door cam video, but maybe some license plates as well that are coming in and out of that neighborhood there. And talking about all this furry stuff, I mean, maybe this guy should just have been booked at the Humane Society because I mean, this stuff is absolutely.
Sorry.
I promise we love Charlie Kirk. I promise we do.
Humane Society. I can't. Oh my God. They're so uncomfortable. I love this
I don't
part.
know, Band-Aid. I don't know what's even happening anymore. Why? Chris Madonna, I had your back up till you said that. Why?
She's like, if you can't beat them, join them.
Yeah. Well,
you know what? Um,
Look at Nancy.
this is
She
not a
lost
time for
full
levity.
control.
Let's move forward with the evidence. And the evidence is
Yeah,
what
well-
can
What'd she say?
this is not a time for levity. Let's move forward with the evidence. And
What? She's mad that we're laughing and making jokes.
She had her lips snarled up too. Nancy, you was just talking shit with the other gal.
This is not a time for levity. Okay, don't be making your jokes, sir.
the evidence is
Yeah,
what
well-
can we make of the vehicle's part, if anything?
Yeah, well, it just tells us that there's a secondary possibility that, you know, he's got a lot of friends that may have had pre-incident knowledge about this. And one other thing about let's talk about the shell casing again one more time. At his house, they found a shell casing with additional engraving on it. That tells me maybe they also have the box. And if there's a box, then there's a lot number on that box.
I wonder what that said.
I mean, I'm hearing a lot of maybes. Doesn't sound like he knows much.
They're gonna chase it down.
Also, we are hearing conspiracy theories hatched from another neighbor that sees the alleged shooter walking through, yakking on his phone immediately after the shot. Question is, who's he talking to? Who else knows about the shooting?
A homeowner in the neighborhood just off campus where Robinson stashed his Dodge Challenger turned over doorbell footage of a man they believe to be Robinson walking past their home, talking on his cell phone just minutes after the shooting. The homeowners told FBI they heard the man mention the shooting in his conversation, leading to suggestions Robinson told at least one other person of his plans and may have an accomplice.
Candace, why is that a conspiracy? If it's a witness, that's a witness. That's a big difference between a conspiracy.
Yeah, I mean, they probably should interview that person, right?
Yeah. Don't be talking shit about her. You get or him. I don't know.
Owens published a never before seen photo of Robinson after the shooting.
Okay, here he is at the Dairy Queen. This is why I question why I would like the timeline.
So is he in different clothes? I thought he wore black.
Well, okay. Remember he changed clothes, but this was his original clothes. So I don't know.
Okay, so do we know when he went to Dairy Queen? Was it after for sure?
It was after for sure.
Okay.
So, yeah, that
is interesting.
Robinson is seen standing at the counter in a Dairy Queen 17 minutes from campus in a maroon shirt, jeans, and wearing a black hat with black sunglasses on top. Owens claims the photo was taken at 6:38 p.m. while Robinson waited to retrieve his grandfather's rifle.
That photo on the left from Candace Owens, Sydney Sumner, Crime Stories investigative reporter. Even if that is Robinson, how does that fit into the timeline?
Well, this fits. It shows that he was still hanging out in Orem in the area of UVU campus, waiting to try and get that rifle back. We see that in that text conversation between Robinson and Lance.
Yeah, he says that.
I'm trying to leave. I wanted to be out of here by now and to get that gun back.
Yeah, I want to know where he changed and why. And, well, I know why, I guess. And I also want to know where he slept that night. I don't know why I want to know that so bad, but I do. Where did he sleep that night?
Yeah.
Not only to prevent him from getting caught, but because that was a family heirloom and he was worried he would be caught if he didn't have that rifle on him, which is exactly what his father caught him on later. Send me a picture of your grandfather's rifle. And Robinson couldn't because he didn't have it with him.
More from Candace Owens. Listen.
I feel this kid, for some reason, some unknown reason, is being protected. And I'm not the only one. His family feels that way. Okay. His family thinks it's odd. They don't buy the story. Okay. Lance's family is telling me that they are not buying the current story and that they feel that more people are involved. They think it's odd that the feds moved on from him so quickly and that the feds were being dishonest and they felt about everything when they first came out with information.
That from Candace Owens. Have the feds moved on from him? To Franz Borghardt joining us, veteran trial lawyer. Franz, I'm not sure that they've moved on from the roommate. Just because he's not in custody does not mean they've dropped his investigation.
I agree. I don't think they've moved on.
From your mouth to God's ears, Nancy.
Yeah, just because we don't know everything doesn't mean it's not happening.
That's true. How far was the Dairy Queen? It was 15 minutes away from the campus.
Just because there hasn't been an arrest yet doesn't mean there won't be an arrest. The feds are very thorough. They do a great job with their investigations. And look, oftentimes the feds will take their time with co-conspirators. Sometimes co-conspirators cooperate against principal actors. So I agree, Nancy. I don't think we should assume anybody has moved on from anything with regard to this investigation.
I'm trying not
If
to,
you
but
know
I
or
am.
think you know anything about the Kirk shooting, you may think it's insignificant, but it may not be. Please dial 801-579-1400. Repeat, 801-579-1400, or go online to tips.fbi.gov. And now we remember an American hero, Sergeant Ron.
But just remember this. If you call in a tip, she may put you on blast, say it's a conspiracy, and make fun of you on her show.
Yeah, well.
Like she
Well, I
did the
don't think
neighbor.
she's asking for them to call her. Isn't she putting up the FBI number?
Yes. Yes. But she
Like,
seems
that's
to
not
be getting
Nancy's phone number.
information.
Yeah.
So that's it. So the FBI is looking into the conspiracies. So they confirmed that it's something to get
Well,
into.
they probably want to make sure they cross all their T's and dot all their I's and make sure that everybody feels satisfied with everything.
Yeah.
I'm sure, they don't want to miss anything either. I don't think, right? Like they care. They really seem like they did care that they got the right guy, that they want to prosecute him all the way to the death penalty. Like, they want this to happen. They don't want to mess this up.
Right, Band-Aid. And gonna say that you have a personality. I think I said it wrong.
Personality. So cute.
So, it's I want this person brought to justice. I don't know about he shot Charlie at 12:23 in the afternoon. So yeah, it was 12:23, and so he at the Dairy Queen at 6. What was it? 6:15, something like that. 6:12.
I don't know.
That took him an awful lot of time to get to the Dairy Queen. That's kind of dumb to stay in the area.
I know. Well, it is kind of dumb to stay in the area.
Yeah. I mean, we're not giving like tips on what to do, but I'm just saying I would leave the area if that was me.
But he was trying to wait for his gun. He really was trying to get the gun back. So he's trying to kill some time.
He wanted to give it back to his grandpa. Like what?
Well, or at least have it so that the murder weapon wouldn't be sitting out there.
It's crazy. Observer, if you could please clear up some confusion as I try to organize all this in my brain. But did Charlie Kirk's parents and sibling attend the funeral? Observer, I'm sure that they did. But one thing that Charlie Kirk always did was protect his parents. And that's why you haven't seen them.
Oh.
Yeah. They're
so
very,
people
very
making an issue out of the fact that they haven't seen him. They haven't seen his family at the memorial.
Yeah, but I think that Charlie always protected his parents. He loved them. He was close with them, but
yeah, I wouldn't make anything of that at all if they weren't seen. I think it makes perfect sense, especially given what sadly just happened.
yes.
I'm sure they had a private ceremony or whatever.
Just like Erica, I'm sure Erica's parents were there too, but again, you didn't see them.
Yeah.
So, but I think his memorial, I've never been to, and I'm serious, it felt like an 8-hour church service.
Yeah. That's what I've heard. I've heard that it was, that it was beautiful and lots of I just heard it was beautiful.
It was 100,000 people worshiping God, praising God.
Yeah, wow.
And I'm sure more than that, like the ones at home, but I'm talking about in that building, there was so many with their hands up, speaking to the Lord. It was beautiful. He allegedly shot Charlie. I believe there has been enough proof provided to show that he most likely was a patsy. A lot of people think that. I don't think that. I think that some don't come for me. I'm just saying I think there's a lot of liberals that want him to be a patsy.
What does that mean, patsy? What does that mean?
The fall guy, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't believe that.
What? I mean, you're saying that there's been evidence of that? What evidence? All I'm hearing is just a bunch of guessing and conspiracy. I'm not seeing any evidence of anything.
Right. Yeah, I haven't seen any evidence of that. And I don't know that they rushed to close the investigation. I didn't know that they had even tried to close the investigation.
I don't think that, I think they're going to follow every lead as it still comes in, and look under every rock. And if there's somebody else that was participating in this, I think that we're going to know that eventually.
Yeah, they seem to be making a lot of stink about a lot of traffic on that road that day.
Yeah.
All cleaned up and paving bricks put down. What's up with that? Well, I don't know about the paving bricks being put down, but I do know that all the camera footage was handed over to the FBI, Linda. And there were children there. And I think they cleaned it up as fast as they could.
Cleaned what up?
The blood,
Oh.
imagine how much blood was at that scene. You can't
yeah, that was
imagine.
horrible. God, that was
Yeah.
so bad.
Yeah. And I think all you would be able to do with that is put down paving bricks. I do not think they've got the wrong man. I just don't think they have all of them.
Well, and I'm sure if there's more, that as these things become available, I'm sure we'll be told about them.
Yes, Davida. Yes, and that's what I'm like. I want to hear. I want to hear all about it. I want to read all the text messages, and whether or not he gets the death penalty that's not. At first, I'll tell you how I feel. At first, when I first saw the video and all that, I thought that whoever done this, I hope they're put to death. That was my first thought. And then you see a 22-year-old who I consider a kid.
Yes.
And it's so hard for me to say death to him. It's
right.
So.
Yes, I understand that.
Yeah.
His brain is not even all the way, developed yet.
No. And
so it's very hard for me to look at someone like that and scream death penalty. However, that's not our decision to make, thank God. And I think Charlie Kirk's wife, stepping up to forgive him is pretty amazing.
Oh yeah.
I think that the human being she is. I think she's an amazing woman.
I do too. I think she's an amazing woman. And I think that there are some people who wanted to take his spot. Ben Shapiro, looking at you. And she made it clear quickly.
Who do you take his spot?
Well, wanted to. Ben Shapiro said, "I'm going to pick up that bloody mic and continue to do the work of Charlie Kirk." And to me, Erica said, without saying it, "No, you're not. I'm now the CEO of this, and I'll be just doing the decision making around here." And good for her.
Wow. Why is he not a good guy, or?
I don't think he's a bad guy, but I think they absolutely believe different. And Charlie put a lot of biblical lessons in everything he taught, and never. Thank you. Next, never. I have, Linda, you trust me. I've watched all those videos. I know exactly what you're talking about. And Candace Owens brought it up. And if you go watch, they explained it to her. And she explains it. Hey, foodie life. And so, Charlie, when he debated someone, he never made them feel small. And I think I love that about anybody that can have a conversation with you and not agree with you, but not make you feel small or uneducated.
Right. Or stupid. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And, him and Ben Shapiro is two totally different people, not on the same page. So.
Yeah. That feels a little inappropriate to me anyway, for him to be like, I'm going to take up,
Pick up the bloody mic. He said it very soon after it happened, and I was like,
that feels a little
yeah.
cringy.
Yeah, I thought it was. And, way too soon. His wife, I think the only person that could stop, well, Candace Owens said the only person that could make her stop saying this stuff would be Erica. Notice Erica has not stopped her.
Yeah.
So, there's some validity to some stuff, obviously. But but Linda, I respect your opinion. I understand what you're saying, but I have watched the videos. Just go watch what Candace said about him, because she spoke to the one who removed the cameras and got their stuff together. Well, do you have anything else?
No, that's all we got.
All right. Next week, we should be live with talking about the show. Because I haven't got to. I want to take notes.
What show?
The Netflix one. The
the Netflix. Yeah.
We got to tell the name of it. I'm gonna have to look the name.
It's Unknown Caller, the high school catfish.
Yes, please watch that for us, dude. Used to, when me and B stream, I would say, "Do y'all mind doing homework?" And so many people were so good about doing it. They show up with their notebooks, and
it's a quick watch. It's an hour and like 40 minutes or something. It's a quick watch. It's not going to take all your life to watch it. It's really interesting. I've got so many thoughts about the daughter now, and I don't want to give it away, so I'll not say a whole lot, but I have a lot of thoughts on it, so I'm glad we're going to talk about it.
Yeah, me too. And and also on Hulu, they have released a Delphi documentary series. I think I've watched 2 episodes of it.
Have you seen the new Superman that came out this year?
No.
It's so good. I finally just watched it this week sometime, like a few days ago. I don't remember when. It was so much better than I thought it was going to be. It's so good. I think you're going to love it. I think you should watch it. It's on HBO Max.
Is it on there?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
I can. Lick my balls, motherfucker. Says 9/11 was an inside job.
Oh, God, don't even get me started on that. I fall for all the conspiracy stuff. I do.
Oh, no. That was not an inside job. Don't you believe
it was good? It was very old school comics. Yes, it was very old school comics. That's the one your son did? Oh, my God, Brenda. Your son just needs to marry me and get it over with. I'll take good care of him.
She will.
I'll take good care of him. I will. He can even have girlfriends if he wants them. It's fine. I just need him to be my best friend.
Band-Aid of memories. That's a good question, because I've watched half of it, and something interrupted me watching it. I got to finish. Charlie Sheen.
Brenda said, yes, I told him to marry you.
She's the catch.
Did he say no? I can't believe it. That's so rude.
When you look into her eyes, you fall in love.
Oh, man.
If you play the game with her, she gives you lives when you run out.
I do. I'm a very nice wife.
Yeah.
You can even have girlfriends and stuff.
But, if she says, let me eat my breakfast, I'm going to call you back, that means bye, bitch. Talk to you whenever.
Yeah, that means I'll probably talk to you tomorrow.
But that's the same for me, too. There's no judgment there.
That's right. You're not allowed to be mad at me about that.
No.
It is what it is.
The Charlie Sheen documentary is something else. But I haven't got to the part yet, because Charlie Sheen has decided to date men. I don't know if you knew that or not.
No, that's new.
Yeah.
All right.
And I don't think that's a good look for him to say after his accusations with Corey Haim. But hey, what do I know?
What did the accusation with Corey Haim?
That he was the one who did things to Corey Haim on the set of Lucas.
Oh.
And those were put out by Corey Feldman. And now all of a sudden, Charlie, What straight man says, you know what I might do? For shits and gigs.
So all of a sudden, he's just now deciding he's dating men, or has he been always dating men?
From what I've read, is he just now said he decided to do it. Now, correct me if I'm right, but but and I don't know, how old is Charlie Sheen?
I mean, he's like old, right? Like he's old. Let me find it.
He's only 60. He just has. You know who's hot? Emilio.
I just watched St. Elmo's Fire last night, by the way, and he is hot. You're not wrong.
I love that movie.
He's 60. You're right. That's not that old.
And why Andy McDowell wouldn't have picked him, I will never know. I love that movie so much.
Yes, I love that movie too. It was so good. I watched it last night. It was awesome. All right. He's haggard then. Okay, he's not old in years, but he's haggard.
He's dating 2.5 men.
He's lived several lives. Clearly,
he has, and thank God he's alive. And I think he's clean. So
yeah.
Emilio.
But he's always been kind of a squirrely question mark. Like, you know.
Yes, you remember seeing him, though, in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh, yeah. I just watched that the other day, too. That was on, too, the other day. So funny. Are you in here for drugs? Why are you in here? Drugs. He's like, you know who you should talk to? If you say Ferris Bueller, you lose a testicle. He goes, oh, you know him?
Boy, the guy who played Ferris Bueller was such a doll baby back then.
Matthew Broderick, I know. Just handsome.
He did not turn out. He did not turn out.
He's still handsome. You don't think he's handsome, Nate?
No, I don't.
All right, hang on. Matthew Broderick.
Yes, Band-Aid of memories.
Well, how long do you expect him to still look cute?
I don't know. You're right. I shouldn't say he didn't turn out. He didn't age well.
You know, they could totally say that about me, too. That bitch didn't age well at all.
Well,
okay.
I've had comments that say that. Damn, you've aged. Oh, no shit.
Okay, here he is. You tell me. He's adorable. What's your problem with that?
Okay, that's a good picture. That's a good picture. Maybe he just plays roles where he looks like a dweeb. Because that is a good picture.
He's a cutie. He's a cutie pie.
And Sarah Jessica Parker, I have always thought she was beautiful.
Yeah, I don't think that she's beautiful. I've never thought she was pretty. No.
Oh man,
I don't think Robert Pattinson is cute either. I think Robert Pattinson's a dog.
A dog?
That's how I knew I was old.
Yeah, I don't think he's hot.
Not even a little bit. He's a ugg. He's a ugger.
Hey
He's
friends, happy Friday. Hey Brantley, thank you so much for being a member for 33 months. It means a lot.
Yes, I watched Ferris Bueller's Day Off just the other day. It was great. It was awesome. Shake it up, baby, now. Twist and shout. So good.
You know what? We're not able to watch anything. Let me tell you why. Buford Pusser, and we still haven't got to go to the grave because, you know, some stuff came up.
Mm-hmm.
But we are so into Jim, and when he's into something, I have to sit beside him, so I'm into it too. And if you don't know who Buford Pusser is, that's okay. Because a lot of people don't remember it, but he was the sheriff who supposedly was ambushed and killed his wife, and the TBI came out 56 years later and said they exhumed her body, and no, he killed her. And yeah, so. But they, you know, there's still somebody the other day said, do you think they'll still have Buford Pusser Day? I'm like, yeah, I do. Yeah.
Brenda, is he working on the new Doomsday movie? Are you allowed to tell me? Oh my God. I'm just going to throw up if she says yes. That's it. Blech. All over my keyboard.
That's going to be hard to clean up.
He's working on the new Doomsday. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
Not that I know of, she said.
Oh,
Robert Pattinson lost me when he shined like a diamond in Twilight.
Like, same. And the world went nuts. The world went crazy. All the girls were swooning, fainting. I'm like, what is happening? He's not even a little bit handsome. He's a whole disaster.
Why would you not pick Jacob? He was a werewolf.
Right?
A wolf, not even a werewolf. He was a cool, like a whole wolf.
Well, but that's a werewolf though in the movie. But yeah.
Well, I guess it is.
But Edward was her soulmate or whatever. Okay, blah blah blah. I totally get that. And in the books, it wasn't. In the movies, they made it seem like more of a three-way,
They did. Yeah.
than in the books. The books, it was always very clear that Edward was the pick, always. Like, it was never Team Jacob. But he was certainly hot, and he was much more handsome than Robert Pattinson.
Well, he was a little boy.
But he was cuter, though. Like, I'm sorry, but I just don't think that he has good hair. Or, I don't think he's handsome. Sorry, I just don't. He's not my cup of tea. I'm sure I'm not his either. Since he dates models and shit.
I think I could land him. But
I don't. I don't think I could land him. I think he's probably fine. And living his life not caring that I think he's not cute, but that's fine. I did like him in the Harry Potter movies, which is the only reason that I even cared about Twilight, was because he was that boy from Harry Potter movie. And then I read the books and I fell all the way down the rabbit hole. Then I became a Twihard.
Oh, me too. But you know what I didn't do? I didn't get a freaking vampire bite tattoo or a paw print. And I wonder what those people are doing right now.
Listen, a paw print you can get away with, hey, that was my dog that just died or whatever. You can get away with that. But I don't know what you can do with the vampire teeth. I think you're stuck with those.
Right. Or Team Jacob. They were literally getting, like, did y'all read the books? Jacob don't win. I read the books.
Not even a little bit. He's not even a close second. Like, he doesn't even have a hope in hell. Even he knows he doesn't have a hope in hell in the books. Like, it's not even a little bit of a guessing game.
One of the best movies ever made that I feel like does not get the recognition it deserves is Napoleon Dynamite.
Never seen it.
I would boot you, but I can't because now we can get up on panel.
That's right. Yeah. I've never seen it. I've tried to watch it. It's one of those movies that I've tried to watch a couple times, can't get through it, and then just gave up.
Oh my goodness.
I know that there's movies out there like that, like Nacho Libre. I loved back in the day. I used to love that movie so much.
Can't get through it.
And see, it's a movie like that. If you can't get through it, like, you have to be able to sit through it, and you really have to give it like two or three watches, and then you'll love it.
And see, and I don't want to do you like Meech done Meech, because Meech is the one who's like, you got to see Nacho Libre. You got to see it. You got to see it. It's so good. It's so funny. Ha ha. So I tried to watch it, couldn't get into it. And then I said, well, yeah, I couldn't get into it. So then he's like, what? That's the best movie. Yeah. And you need to try again.
It is really funny, but I'm telling you, it takes like 2 or 3 watches before it's that funny.
Oh, really, Band-Aid? That's cool. I would like to do that. The waterfall in the forest where Twilight was made.
Oh, I bet that's beautiful.
Randy was shook that Wendy's never seen it. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was taken aback a little. What? Damn, that was a punch in the gut.
I feel like there's like a good 80% chance that people can randomly name off movies, and I've never seen them. And everyone's surprised every time. I don't watch this shit. I don't watch movies. I'm telling you, I'll watch Harry Potter every fucking time it comes on. I don't care if I just saw it last week. Don't matter. I'll watch it every time.
Anytime. What are you doing watching Buffy?
Buffy. I've seen all the episodes at least 85 times. Don't matter. But ask me if I've seen a new movie, and nope. I finally did watch Superman. So good. It was so good.
I'm bad about not watching new movies now. I am. And I think, but they said if you have high anxiety, that's why you watch the same movies and shows over and over and over. And I'm like, that makes so much sense.
And that totally makes sense to me. That's fine. And I don't
Last
even
night,
care.
I watched, because of Diane, she told me it's been a pretty good while to watch I'm Still Alice or Still Alice. And I watched it last night. Do you remember when she told us to watch that?
No, I don't remember.
It finally came on Netflix, and I watched it. And the ending, I'm not going to give it away if you haven't seen it, but the ending is not what I thought at all. You're just like, huh? But it's got Juliana Moore. She's beautiful.
Yeah, I like her.
The Gilded Age. Golly, I haven't seen that in a long time. Buffy reboot is coming.
I keep hearing that. I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
I've been waiting on Netflix to release the Ed Gein story for about 2 years now.
No idea who that is.
He was a serial killer that wore people's faces, and that's supposedly who Hannibal was based on.
That's horrible.
Yeah, but it makes for a good show.
My God, that's terrible.
Negs was obsessed with him.
Who's shocked? Anybody?
He was selling Ed Gein shirts in his store and couldn't understand why nobody was buying them. You know why? Nobody heard of him. Only me, because I'm weird.
Not very many people know who he is. A and B. Ew.
So, but that's all I know about Negs. I don't watch him anymore. Yeah, it's on Netflix now. I watched it last night on Netflix.
You know, it was on last night, 13 going on 30. Have you seen that?
1,000 times.
So good.
It's so good.
That's another one I could watch over and over. So good.
And you know what? I almost tweeted him that he tweeted out some bullshit or said it on Instagram, and I almost commented, and I thought, no, I don't want to get blocked by him.
By Mark Ruffalo?
Yeah.
The Hulk?
The Hulk.
Don't be coming for the Hulk.
Right. I had to let it go.
You have to. Yeah, we like the Hulk around here.
Yeah, he's so pretty.
I do like Mark Ruffalo. Yeah, he's a good guy.
He is. I don't like some of the way he thinks, but it's okay. I can agree to disagree and go on.
Yeah.
Sitting here like, thank you, Brenda. Thank you. That's what we're here for, to make you laugh. Even if we have to laugh at a murder, not at a murder, but during talking about one, I think it's better than just sitting there in your mundane voice reading news articles about it. Merb, put out stuff on. You just got another $2.16 for me.
Did she do it? Did she do? Has she done anything else under members only content?
No, I don't understand why.
Merb, we're very disappointed. We're waiting and waiting for this members only content, ma'am.
Yeah.
What's the holdup? What exactly is the holdup?
Things are just amuck around here. Tammy, she's like, she done this stream where she's like, stand up for what you believe in, bitches, like I do. And she put out a bunch of rigmarole with the stuff she believed in and stood up for. And now she's took everything off her channel. Tam, what's up?
I'm sorry. I can't make any sense of her.
Me either. That's why my stream the other day.
I understand what she's saying.
People are like, is she saying words? I'm like, believe it or not. Not anywhere in a sentence, but yes, those are words.
Did you see the new thing that I made? Hold on, where is it?
Listen, I know a lot of marbles rubbing the heads, but there's no logic, sound, truth to this. I'm a YouTube creator.
There's no logic, sound, truth to this.
I like the other one where she goes.
Yeah, I have that one too.
Listen, I know a lot of marbles rubbing the heads, but there's no logic, sound, truth to this. I'm a YouTube creator.
And look, I didn't edit that clip other than the echo. I added the echo. But that yeah thing, she just did that like right then, and I didn't edit that clip at all.
And during that live stream that I was doing, I said, Wendy!
I know, I heard you. That's why I got it.
And then I didn't know that she was listening, and then she sent me the clip, and I'm like, she does love me. She does.
Yeah. And then I made this one AI.
Listen, I know a lot of marbles rubbing the heads, but there's no logic, sound, truth to this. I'm a YouTube creator.
She's a YouTube creator, y'all. I mean, if you didn't know, now you do.
Take it and I take it and I take it.
Swear, I never know what she's saying. She's another one. It's like they're English words. I know they're English words, but they're not in any kind of order.
I think the yak, 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 yak. I think that was supposed to be the sound of marbles.
I mean, let's hear it again.
Listen, I know a lot of marbles rubbing the heads, but there's no logic, sound, truth to this. I'm a YouTube creator.
Yeah, you made her look really good, and she needs to thank you for how
AI
good
did that. I had nothing to do with that. AI did that. AI made that. I gave them a picture that was way more blurry, and they fixed it. So, but that yeah. I don't know what the hell she's doing there or why. How all of a sudden she's got Tourette's now? I guess I don't know what she's doing. She's making random noises.
And that was just one. That was just one noise through the stream. You know, there's others. You can go back and
do other things too, where she just like blurts out weird sounds now. I feel like that's new. That's a new thing.
I think it's like a filibuster, but she thinks it's a cool one.
I don't know. I got nothing.
I say keep up the good work. That's what I say.
Here's another true crime brilliant expert.
I'm sorry, but in Alabama you can shoot someone.
I love that one.
Hey, Tina.
God rest her soul.
Yeah. It's hard to imagine why we don't take her seriously.
Yeah. Idiot.
Yeah.
I have a friend that says, I love it when she says idiot.
Yeah. My mom says it like an idiot. Like it's all gravelly. Idiot. Makes me laugh every time. Look at this dog. How cute is that dog?
Can I have a dog like that? No.
I want a dog that dances. It's so cute.
Yes. I want a dog that's not allergic to every damn thing that he touches. That I'm not embarrassed for him to walk outside.
With his little patches.
Yeah, with his hair patches missing.
Oh.
Covered in ointment all the time.
Oh, bless him.
Oh, that
And
acts like when you...
I've never been on live television before.
I love that kid.
I love that one too. That one's cute.
And when you go to cut my dog's nails, he acts like you are poking him with a fork over and over and over, being mean to him.
Yeah, he does not care for it.
No. So, yeah, it's a... Ugh.
Yuck.
Yuck. I've got marbles in his head when I cut it. Yuck.
I have no idea. That looks like my niece's dog, Barkley. Oh, Barkley is so cute.
I love
know.
that
Isn't that dog dancing so cute? I love that stinking thing. It makes me so happy. The music is great. He's over there having the time of his life. I love it. So cute.
I watched a video today where I always watch dog compilations, and you always smile no matter what. And these people had put a net in their vehicle so the dog couldn't jump up front. And I swear, that poor dog had his face just so through the net that I was like, bless his heart.
Aww.
Yeah. You know, and you see these videos of these dogs that pray before they eat, and then there's my dog.
My friend's dog used to do that. She would say her prayers. She'd have her little paws crossed in front of her. She'd put her head down in her paws. And then when you say amen, she'd lift her head up and she would eat.
I would love that. Not my dog. No. No.
Your dog doesn't do that?
No.
My dog doesn't do that either. But my friend's dog did.
And apparently we have to change food every so often because he goes on boycotts. But what do? Bow down. That's what we do.
That's what we do, yes. And that's what you will do forever. You need to. That's your job as the dog mommy.
And how dare and with my cat, let the bowl get just a little empty. Like, oh, mother, I can see the bottom.
You know what I think are funny are bunny compilation videos. Have you ever seen bunnies like when they're mad and they thump on the floor or they hop right into the trash can? It's just so funny. They crack me up. I would love to have a bunny rabbit. I would love one. I think bunnies are so fun.
You can train them to use the litter box.
Oh yeah, they're very smart. I definitely would not have a bunny like I had when I was a kid. It would just lived in a little cage. I would let it free roam. I would totally let it free roam. It would be like a dog or a cat. Yeah.
See, I tried that and look and wait.
But they do go to the bathroom a lot, so you have to be,
a lot. They go a
Yeah.
lot. Oh, you have a rabbit? Well, his name was B Rabbit, and he ate B Rabbit.
Cute.
I would just hear him going, and that was him eating my table.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
they do. They chew on everything wood. Yeah, they're terrible.
and what he loved was dog food. It was so embarrassing. He didn't eat carrots.
Did he eat his little hay?
He would eat hay.
Yeah.
But he loved dog food.
Yeah.
How dare you? A little bit of an empty bowl. Yes, the nerve of you, Mom. I'm sorry, I weigh 35 pounds. Please feed me.
Do you think that keeping up this figure comes easy?
Yes.
It's a lot of effort goes into this.
You're the one that took me and got me fixed. Now, let's go.
So now I need to eat.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, yeah, it's time to go. Thank y'all so much for being here. And please hit the like, subscribe, all that stuff.
We'll talk to you guys soon.
Yeah. Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.
Okay.
So sorry. Yes. Bye.